Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it should be working.
Okay, sweet. I think I have it on my end just in case, but it'll probably look better on yours, I'm assuming, because my computer's a little bit blah. But we'll see.
We see, right.
Yeah. So yeah, sounds good. I know you had those questions. I have just like the basic ones that I had already kind of done.
Mm.
I don't know what. Yeah, there we go. I pulled up like some of the roommate tag questions that Lexi and Melissa used, but like a lot of those don't work.
Mm.
Yeah. So, um, there's a couple, but I don't know how you want to start. Or
We could just like maybe just you ask a question, then I ask a question, like that.
yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Or we just do like 5-5, like 5 you something. I don't mind.
We'll just like go back and forth. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, cool.
You have like a might take. Or I just take like some random. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Well, hello everyone who's watching this. We are doing a friend tag sort of Q&A thing. This is going to be wonderful.
That's the best video you've ever watched.
Oh yeah, this is going to be so great, like quality content. Just our Zoom call. That's okay. Like people listen to podcasts, so
yeah, true.
basically that's what they should be.
High quality content right here. We have like no lightning.
Get like a slice into like the disastrous things that are our life at the moment in quarantine.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Everything is going down. Okay.
But I is
No, I couldn't hear you.
first ever.
Oh, wait. So I can't hear you right now, but I don't know whether.
Oh, I cut out. Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you. I can't see you, but that doesn't, like, I mean, no, we have the Wi-Fi troubles. Shall I start? Okay.
Oh, there we go. Is it working now?
Maybe. I can hear you, but I can't see. Like I can see you, but only like freeze. But I mean, it's probably going to start soon. Okay. You can also, I can also start a new meeting if you like. Maybe that's easier.
Way.
True.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. But okay.
Okay.
What was your question that you had?
Okay, so I have some like fun ones, and I have some like in my mind.
Awesome. Love that. All right.
So so shall we do just like non-fitness stuff or also like fitness stuff? That's maybe like important.
Let's do both. Just why not cover all bases?
Okay. Shall I start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The most weird moment you had in the gym, like the most embarrassing thing that happened to you.
Oh, are we ready for me to totally expose myself?
That's up to the people watching this.
Oh yeah, well, people are gonna be like, this is way like too TMI. This is gonna be our first question right out the gate. Me is just like, hey,
Hi, that's us. Goodbye.
that's me. So whatever. I was visiting my friend at Cal Poly,
Mm.
and while I was visiting her, obviously I was like using their gym, and I think I only had a couple workouts there, but it was leg day, and my cycle had just started,
Uh,
and it was like the first day, and I was on the leg press, and like I was doing like a lot of weight, and like I leg pressed like super super hard, and then there was blood everywhere, and that was my most awkward moment in the gym. I had to tie a sweater around my waist and finish my workout. It was great. It was a wonderful time.
oh, that is hard.
It was rough.
But at least you were somewhere else, like nobody's going to recognize you.
Right, exactly. And then I had to walk back to her dorm with like the sweater, and like everyone knows what happened, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh. Oh shit. That's hard, yeah. But that's life of a woman.
It's funny now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You asked, or
What about you? Like your most awkward moment in the gym?
I think it was when yeah, actually, once I forgot to like I was at the cable machine and
Mhm.
I put on the stick into the weight, but I didn't fix it properly, so it was not in the weight. And then just like everything was falling down,
Oh
and I was
no.
like, what happened? It was like it was. I mean, I didn't get hurt or anything, but it was so embarrassing because I was just standing there like, I'm fine, I'm fine. So, yeah, that was stupid. And also, once I was like, I tried to put back the barbell into the rack.
Hmm.
Because I was so tired from squatting that I just didn't hit the rack. So it was like falling on the one side. I was like, okay.
Okay, now you're reminding me of like all my things. So I have like a weird hip and knee, and like I rode horses growing up for
Mm,
like 17 years. So like I just kind of die sometimes because my joints just don't know how to handle it.
yeah.
So that's why like I've gotten asked a couple times on Instagram and stuff like why I don't back squat so much, and like I've been doing it because that's all I have. But like it's because one time I was back squatting and I was like feeling it. I was doing really good, and my hip, like I was not like, I think I was doing like sets of 10 and I was on like rep 5, and my hip just went nope and just went out like sideways, and the bar just dropped to the back, and I was
Oh.
like I was fine, but it was just kind of one of those things where it just like gave out, and I was like, okay, yeah, so we're not doing this anymore.
Oh, yeah. I actually don't like back squatting either because I have like my weak zone is like my neck, so I always get like pain in the neck. Also sometimes when I wake up or something, it's because my spine is not like that, but it has like a little tweak.
Okay.
So it's like kind of asymmetrical, but only a little bit. But it's enough to get some pain. And when I have like the rack loaded and it gets heavier, then I always get neck pain, which is okay, but it's not necessary if you don't like. I can do leg press and
Right, yeah, and it's fine. Yeah, I totally get you there.
yeah,
My
yeah.
question.
Go ahead.
Okay, what were your first impressions of each other?
Oh, I have to think of that.
I know.
So. So my first impression was obviously via Instagram because I haven't seen you in person, right?
I know, because like we live on.
But I came like I think it was when I wasn't when I was starting with Lexi, I was like kind of looking for the people that were in her Instagram account for the exercise, like the exercise
Mhm.
library. And I was like looking and I saw your like profile and
Mhm.
I was like so torn to it because I love your captions and the energy you spread with them, and just like because you're totally different to most of the people on Instagram because you're just doing your thing and you're super into fitness, you're super into bodybuilding, but you're not doing like follow along workouts, or
Right.
you're not posting like the most beautiful selfies, like with like flexed like this and looking, so you were just authentic, and your captions were that's actually something I have to improve on. Your captions were on point and really short. Mine are always so long. But I don't know how to cut them short. It just comes out of me. And yeah, so I love that. And then when we were like uh getting like into closer contact, because I was like starting with her one-on-one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had this idea with starting the whole cooperation thing, and then and you're just very genuine, and also we discovered that we're quite similar in very many aspects, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that.
Aw, thank you. Well, that makes me really happy because like I was gonna say like a similar thing with you is like
Oh,
I like came across you through the Facebook group obviously because you like got added. You were with Lexi one-on-one. I was like, oh,
good,
who's this?
good.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow her. And so like I followed you back, I think, because like I never, and like this is also a message to everyone. If you follow me and you like and I don't follow you back, do not take it personally because I just don't even look. Like I never look. I'm just like, this is how I'm living, whatever. And like I have a couple people who are like some of my closest friends and they're like, you weren't following me. And I'm like, I didn't know. But yeah. But I remember like I looked at your Instagram and I'm like, holy shit, this girl's real smart. Like I was like, she's really freaking smart. And like same thing, I was like, well, she's not doing the swipe workouts, like she's not promoting some BS supplements. Like I really like this girl. Like she's cool, she's evidence-based, we're spilling some tea there, but like, I just like I was really drawn to your page because of that. And I love your captions too because they're so informative. Like if I ever need to like an in-depth explanation on something, like I can just go to your page and it's like it's there. Or ask you and like and like I love that. I was like, yes. And then you started like, we started talking and you
Mm,
started talking about how you like read research and stuff. And I'm like, me too. Like, same dude. So yeah, no, that was like very similar, but yeah.
yeah. That's so cool because when you changed your major, I think, like to exercise science, right? That was like I was getting so excited because um I would do exercise science, but the problem is like here in Germany it's different. So you have to do like a very very difficult physical performance test to do like exercise science. And the problem with that one is honestly that I'm not an athlete in like every area. So
Mm-hmm.
for example, you have to do like a lot of like this height jump and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I can't do that. Like I
Mhm.
just I just don't even know how to get into this height, and it would take me like 1 year at least to
That's crazy.
that. So no, that's a no-go. But I applied to like several masters now, which I don't know. Like I mean, I'm doing chemistry, which is fine.
Mhm.
I love it. And it's also like nice because you have like the scientific background, but you still have the separation between like hobby and free time and like
Yeah.
work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I might do some like biomedical nutrition sciences, which is nice. So yeah, science is a huge one. And the
I love that.
supplements, you got like every time I'm seeing people drinking like this weird, like it doesn't even have to be like green stuff. It can be like anything, and I'm like, why?
How about no? No, and like I know we both are on the same page about that. And like part of it too is like I'm a broke college student, and like I'm gonna say right now, just like for the video purposes, like
Yeah.
I take two supplements, a multivitamin and creatine, basically the cheapest supplements you can take
Yes.
in the entire world, and that is perfectly 100% fine if you can't afford it. And
Hmm.
like I already pay a bunch of money for other things that are totally worth it to me, but like I'm not gonna pay a bunch of money for a bunch of supplements. Like, sorry, I'm good with food. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And that's actually a huge one. I talked with a friend about that. She was like, she's eating like half of the amount I'm eating just naturally.
Mhm.
Like you have to calculate that I pay a little bit more of money for my food than you are.
Yeah.
So that might
Mhm.
be the difference, which is actually like significant sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay. I'm like looking through these and I'm looking for the ones that are like roommate but not roommate.
Yeah, it's true.
If you
Maybe
have one, free.
I can just tweak this question around. Um, that is actually. Do you go for window shopping?
Yes. Yeah. I
Mhm.
will like walk around and I'll be like, I'll do it online though. This is so terrible. I will like go online, I'll be like, I want that, but I'll never be able to afford it. So I'm just gonna look at it because it's pretty.
Yeah.
So
And then online, you always have like everything.
yeah, yep. I have like a wish list.
One day.
One day when I'm rich and not in college.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the same like for like online. I do for like clothing stuff and especially like activewear. I always look like I don't know. I love Alphalete, for example. Then I look for Alphalete, and then I'm like,
Mhm.
hmm, no. And other than that, in the city, I just like when I'm on holiday. But and then I
I
have
think
plenty of time and just walking to a beautiful city, but not on the regular. Yeah. Mm.
I feel like you have way more questions than me. I got to the end of this and I'm like, those are BS questions. Like no one wants to know about that.
Okay. I can just continue. Um, okay, that is like who's an amazing dancer?
Not me.
Well, the problem here's the problem. I used to dance for like
Okay.
yeah, like competitive dancing for like oh for like 6 7 years 7 years. And then like before that I did like ballet, but not like but the problem is that was like Latin American dancing, which is
Got
fantastic.
it.
I love it. But now I like a lot of the moves I actually like just my body is just a body you know, it's just too slow. No, but it's okay. I could still get used to this, but everything else like hip hop, modern dance, like all like I I don't know how people do that. It's
Hmm.
crazy to me. I don't know how they move.
Yeah, I can't. I absolutely cannot. I was the person at like high school dances who would just stand in the circle and be like, yeah,
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
like I can't,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
that's true. But that was also me because I just didn't know how to dance to this kind of music because it wasn't Latin American. So
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
amazing.
oh, sorry, I can't do that. uh, oh yeah. Okay. Do you have siblings? That's actually a good one.
Yes, I have one younger sister. She's in the other room right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Same goes for me. But she's with my parents. But she's getting better again, so I can visit them on
Yay.
Sunday. Yes. It's actually so I'm so relieved because I'm bored. Uh,
No, you're like quarantined alone. That's not fun.
no, like after a while you get a little like I mean I'm okay because I'm like not a person I don't need like a lot of persons around me.
Right, I'm the same way.
It's just really weird,
Mhm. Yeah, I
really,
get
and I think I'm going to get crazy if it's like continuing for long. Mhm. um, are you very picky about everything?
that's hard because there's like certain things. I
Mm,
would say with like food, not really. Although like I'm like a little bit prissy with my food. Like I will not touch American cheese. Like if it comes out of a can, it's probably not for me. Like I those people. Except for canned green beans. I will eat like a can of those a day. They're so good. Um so with food, I would say I'm on like that side of things. But then like with other stuff, not really. Like I'm not super like picky about how things are, except for my bed. I've mentioned this in like a
Oh,
previous Q&A, and I don't know if I don't know. I talk about this all the time because it's a weird thing, and I want to feel validated that other people do it. But like, I won't get in my bed unless I'm in clean pajamas and I've taken a shower, and like
mm,
will not touch my bed. So that's my only like weird picky thing, I guess.
but I can actually calm you because like my roommate, she's the exact same. Like
Okay, good.
I'm not allowed to get close to her bed, and she's also like always changing her like clothing when she
Yep.
wants to go there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So no worries, it's calm. Am I picky? No, actually, I don't think so. I'm I'm more on the practical side of things, and being picky is like super unpractical. So no, no, I don't think so. No. Only maybe for like series or like Netflix stuff or like anything or going to the cinema. So like I can't watch like any movie. I will just turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's maybe but
I'm the same way about that, and this is like a whole other tangent thing, but like I don't like movies very much. Like I like comedies, but that's about it. Like I don't like romance. I think it's so cheesy and overdone. I don't like horror. If it's like I can watch comedy and murder mysteries or documentaries, and that's about it. Like
mm,
other than that, it's TV shows and that's it.
yeah. Sherlock Holmes, that's all it is. Yes. No, honestly, yeah, same. No. Like horror, I would let I couldn't sleep for like
I won't sleep for a week.
um
Trouble with Lexi.
yeah. Um oh no, that one is stupid. Oh, that is funny. Are you addicted to anything?
hmm. Peach mango green tea crystal light 100%. I'm so addicted. I drink like a full one every single day. I'm not proud of it, but
Ah, oh, that. Ooh, every day. That's oh no. Am I addicted? Oh, that's hard to tell because I think that the things I am addicted to are probably the things that I'm doing every day. So I don't know whether I'm addicted or not.
right.
But I think, I mean, I thought I was addicted to the gym, but not in a negative way, like just like as an outlet. But obviously, I'm not because I'm fine.
Yeah.
So maybe coffee, but also that's more of a habit. Like I have
hmm
my morning coffee, and I just love it because I love the taste. But I think I could function without it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just overall. Oh, I hate going to bed without having a shower previously. So I just can't sleep when I haven't showered.
hmm
But if
Right.
that's an addiction, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that.
No, I totally feel that.
Yeah, I don't like it. Um, okay, that's unlikely to happen. The question is like, what if both of you fall in love with the same person? Um,
So he lives in Germany and
yeah.
I live in Wisconsin slash California, so no. Uh,
Like
plus, I don't have a heart, so that's really unlikely.
so true. And actually, I'm like I know that most women our age have like one of the highest priorities is like relationship, and like I just like
No.
I don't feel any. My last relationship was enough for me. It was like it left me very depressed. So,
Right.
so no.
Like, this cat has a higher priority than a relationship for me at the moment. Like, I don't.
Yeah, so true. And also just like uni and my friends, like my friends, if I would have to choose between my friends and like a boyfriend, then always,
Yeah,
oh,
100% friends. Yeah.
yeah,
We're
no,
both more than the same there. Is like, I really don't care. If it happens, it happens. Whatever.
yeah, yeah, true. I mean, for most people, it happens at some point, which is nice. I mean, I don't say like I want to live on my own for my entire life, but
Right.
maybe
There's
I
that.
will have to because Corona is like continuing.
If the world ends and I die alone, I'm okay with it.
Right.
Thank you, Rhoda.
Oh God, I have. So here, like our neighbor country, like Austria, is like now, like after Easter, they want to like slowly decrease their measurements.
Mm-hmm.
People are allowed to like shops are opening again and like restaurants and stuff like that, schools.
Okay.
But everyone, like every country around us, is like saying like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And yeah, now Germany is like, okay, if they want to do it, they can do it. We will see what happens. Then we decide what we will do.
Right. Good. Just like watch them, and if they all like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it like sucks, then we're like, okay, just don't do what Austria did. But yeah,
yeah.
we're hoping like May, beginning of May, everything's gonna like start to kind of come back. At least that's when my job is like scheduled to open. So
Ooh, that's amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
mine is just like cancelled until September. And I'm
Oh,
like, okay, cool. Why?
that's terrible. Oh no.
But the
Luckily,
problem
like,
is with that one, so it's like the gym by the university, and that's actually amazing because this gym is like totally unique. You have a lot of space, and like the people that work there are like super science based, and like people that come to train there, they are looked after very well. So if they do something wrong, then just somebody's coming and just like, no, start with the basics or anything like that. So I love that gym.
mhm.
Since it's by the university, and the university has like is under the law of the state. And so when the state says like universities are closed, then the gyms are also like still closed. So that's the point with that one. But it could be that the commercial ones open before that, but we don't know yet. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I know. Yeah. Ours like we're trying to open as soon as we can, but also like rural Wisconsin is like not as at risk as like a more populated place. Like San Diego, I think is probably gonna take a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
like if I go back to Wisconsin, like I'll be fine. I'll be
Yeah.
okay. So
In
yeah.
the woods.
Yeah. I'm like just in the middle of nowhere.
It sounds so like so rude to some extent, but when I like obviously like I've never been to the US before, so I just have like everything. I mean, I have a lot of I know the landscape and everything.
Right.
But if I'm thinking like of Wisconsin, and when you said like you're like in Wisconsin and everything, I was like, so what do you know about Wisconsin? And I was like, I think there are woods and lakes. And
Here's like all you need to know. There's like wood, lakes, um, crop fields, cows,
mhm.
cheese, and the Green Bay Packers, and that's all you need to know about Wisconsin.
But I mean, at least it's like super like I like when places have more nature and like
Mhm.
woods and everything. So I mean that's cool. And there
Yeah,
are schools obviously, so that's good as well.
exactly.
But that maybe this is a good question. Like why like you wanted to go to the Midwest, right? So
Yeah,
why was that? Or like what was your main intention behind
like
that?
this is like something that I really need to explain because everyone asks. But I wanted to go because I have like I have family there. I've always gone there for like summers, some winters, and I honestly just fell in love with it. Like growing up in San Diego, it's like a big city, and you kind of get used to that whole like very crowded. It's expensive. Like
Mm,
people are the nicest sometimes, just because it's like a very entitled lifestyle for people who like have lived in California their whole life. Also, I'd never really seen like seasons. Like this past fall was the first time I'd ever lived in like an actual like leaves change color and it's pretty and then it snows and like I love that so much. So I knew I wanted to go there for college. I applied to 5 schools there. Actually, this is like a fun fact, but I got into UW-Madison, but their tuition for out of state is outrageous. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to a smaller school, you know, why not?
mm.
And I ended up absolutely loving it, and yeah, so now I live there.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
Especially the season part.
Oh
Because,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was when I was talking with my supervisor from the lab, and she has been to the US, like working there in the lab, and she was in Boston. And
Hmm.
um, I was talking with her because I applied for like an internship in San Diego, but in the chemistry department. And so she was like, "Why do you want to go to California?" I was like, "Nah, I have some friends there, and I want to like stay there for a while and just like see the university, but also see California and stuff like that." And she was like, "But you don't have seasons there. You don't want to go there." Like, I don't care if I'm like only for a few months, but yeah, that's actually a huge point because I love like the just like winter, and then it's like slowly getting warmer and everything is like exploding and
Yep.
colors are coming back, and that's nice, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a fun time.
But you have more sun, like in California. That is huge.
Yeah, right now it's like pouring rain, which love that. Like I come back from freaking Wisconsin, I'm like, at least it'll be sunny. No, no,
And, Corona's raining from heaven.
love them. Thank you, Corona.
Oh god. Um, actually, I'm okay if it's raining like for a few days.
Mhm.
Longer than that, no.
Yeah. If I didn't have to work out outside tomorrow, I would be a little bit more inclined to enjoy it, but I do.
True, true. But I love your backyard or whatever it is. It's like
Oh, yeah.
it's really cool. Cause like I think that's the advantage of having like you live a little outside of San Diego, right?
Yeah, I live about 40 minutes outside this like
Yeah.
main city.
And then you have like a little more space because like if you're in the city center, it's like everything
Yeah,
really
yeah.
tiny.
Well,
uh,
that is definitely a benefit there.
mm, yeah. I have another. Oh, uh, who loves to study for the whole night?
Um, I've been pretty good. I used to be like when I was in high school and I was in like AP Bio, I would be up all night studying and like whatever. And I still didn't understand it. Somehow I got a 4 on the test, which you probably don't know what that means, but that means I got like college credit for it,
Mm,
basically, for taking that class in high school. So I'm glad that I did it. But now I've kind of like gotten into a routine where like I cut myself off at like 7:30 and I'm like, you're done. Like you're not staying up. You're gonna like relax and then you're going to sleep. And that's something that like Lexi's helped me do because I used to be very just all or nothing, do it now, grind, and now I'm like, okay, dude, go to sleep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Same for me. Like it was like a learning process. I think like sometimes I still, for example, if I when I wrote my bachelor thesis, I was like so obsessed that I was I needed a break in the afternoon, and then like in the evening I started again, and then I was like writing, and um because I only had like 2 weeks to write the whole thing because before I was in a lab, so it was
Mm-hmm.
really stressed, and that was not so cool, but that was only the 2 weeks. So other than that, I'm actually like you said, I just cut myself off, and then
Right.
because I love sleep, I can't do it.
Which, like, you probably need to go to sleep after this, but I'll let you use all your questions and then we'll. let you go to sleep.
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, tomorrow is Saturday, and it's like, honestly, I don't know how I will be able to perform like in real life after that, because you're not used to anything anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Uh,
just about.
yeah. Okay, I look for a good one.
Okay.
Mm. On a lazy afternoon, what are the things you do?
Ooh, this is another one where like not proud of it, but probably Netflix, honestly. Like I'm 100% inclined to just binge watch The Office for the 5th time in a row. Just completely like The Office, Criminal Minds, Sherlock, like those are my 3 that I kind of rotate in between, but
Yeah, actually, like, that's the thing. Like, lazy afternoon is really like, there's the problem. I almost never have like, but if I'm like dedicating to have like a lazy afternoon, then I usually, so I love reading.
mm-hmm. Oh, I read too, yeah.
Yeah, and I also just love like, it's a mixture of just procrastinating and just like doing nothing. So like I go for a walk and then I'm just maybe chatting with a friend, then I'm like calling someone or like going out with someone, and then it's just like this random letting the
Yeah.
time pass thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% feel that.
Well, honestly, if I have like a lazy, no, lazy is not going to the gym. That's true. But I would say if I have like a whole afternoon, then I could like take really like long rest times and all that stuff.
Right? Same.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But,
today, well, I have like all my heavy lifts on one day now because I only have access to those weights one day a week. And so, like, I just died today. My central nervous system is shot. My rest times are like 2 minutes, and I'm minimum probably. For Bulgarians, I had to take longer because I was just like,
mm-hmm.
can't do this. But yeah,
Yeah.
a workout of 5 exercises murdered me.
Yeah. But I mean, it's worth it.
100%.
But today, like, no, not today, like yesterday, I do legs on Sunday and Thursday.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have like super heavy weights here, but I do have like some weight. So it's when I do Bulgarians and that stuff, it's okay. Like it's heavy for me. But I do like, my Thursday is so much harder than my Sunday, but I did this on purpose. So it was like I had my purpose with that, but every time I'm now in the 5th week of the split, and every time my glutes are so sore, and I don't know why. Like, I woke up and I even when I'm sitting, it hurts, and
Rude.
it's not okay. I'm really not okay with that. But that's the problem if you don't have like the machines. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have to be careful because I actually start feeling things in my back, which I know I always do when I
Right.
do a lot of deadlifts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Um, but for now, it's better than nothing.
Right? Yeah. I feel.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's also like I wanted to do like front squats,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing I have with front squats is always I can't do them heavy because I don't know why, but my wrists
Oh,
all
yeah.
hurt, and it's just not possible. No. Shall we do another question?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know why, but my phone keeps logging off, so I always have to. Ooh. Was that your one or mine?
Oh, that was mine. I'm like the group chat's going off right now.
Oh yeah, I have to admit I put it on silent, Just
I know, I probably should, but I love being in there, and like I always just forget. Like they're always texting, and I'm like, I have something to say, but I can't say it right now.
yeah, true. But that's why I always like I'll make it silent because I think that's like kind of I always when I want to say something I have to say it. So it's really stressing me out sometimes if I don't have the time and I see all the messages and I'm like, Johanna, you have your own life right now. You don't have to answer all the questions. You don't have to take care of the girls. That's Lexi's and Melissa's job.
Right.
Because I mean,
I have something to say.
yeah. And I mean, a lot of them, obviously, which is totally fine, are in the like far beyond like our mental space and mindset, like our mindset and just like our physical condition or whatever. And
Right,
they're
right.
really struggling with things like I'm not struggling at all. And then I'm like, nah, Johanna, no, 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 no.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to answer that one. You don't have to answer.
I know, yeah, no. I'm the same way. And like that's one of the things that I love about Instagram is that I've been able to help people like that. But like I do totally catch myself being like, dude, you're fine. You're not their coach. If you are their coach, you can help them with stuff. But like you don't have to go out of your way to be like, you're
Yeah.
fine. I promise you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's really hard because it's yeah, it's you always want to help like people and everything, and
Right, yeah.
that's huge. And I just don't want to see people like struggling, and then I have to think of myself, and I also needed to make some experiences myself. So if just someone told me like don't do this, then I would have done it anyway. So
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's also
You got it like yourself.
yeah. That is true. Ha ha ha. Okay. Uh, these are too much roommate.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't like to
Mm-hmm. Or do you argue or fight? Or like who of us argues or fights more often? I mean, it's hard to compare that, but maybe you can just.
Right. With like people. I mean, like, I don't know. I
With
don't
your
really fight
friends.
with my cat. God, that thing. Um,
Yeah.
I don't really like fight with people, but like if someone says something and I don't agree with it, I'm probably the first one to be like, no, like absolutely not. Which
Yeah.
like and it depends on the issue too. Like sometimes I'll just be like, I don't know enough, but like with fitness and stuff, like if someone's like, buy my skinny tea, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I know them, I'm automatically gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, no. So yeah, no.
Mm, yeah.
Um,
Same.
but I think we're both like in the same boat there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And also when like something I don't understand is when people have like a goal or like let's say they want to build muscle. And then
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend, she was like, oh, I want to build muscle. Can you give me some tips on how to like get more food in
Yeah.
or like not be so full? And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. You're going to be full,
You gotta be uncomfortable.
yes, and you're not going to be hungry on most of your meals. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just the way it is. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I think I don't want that. And then like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, but I don't know why you asked me then because that's the only
Yeah.
so but then I'm like super direct and then like a few hours later I always like sorry, I didn't mean like to be too
I didn't mean to be mean about it.
yes,
Yeah. I honestly, like, at this point, I've just started, like, I'll give my advice and then I'll just leave it alone if, like,
yeah.
won't take it because it's just, like, whatever. But, like, I have a ton of friends who've asked me for, like, fat loss advice and, like, I'll give them advice. And they're like, is there any way that I can do it without exercising and eating less? And I'm like, no. That's not how it works.
Yeah, yeah. Also meal prep and all that. I don't want to spend time like Okay. Then we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not that rude, but like it's hard to give advice.
I know. It's like hard to give advice without being mean. Like I feel so bad. Like I've also had people like I have like pretty prominent like upper abs, I guess. Like they're always there. Even when I was at the height of my bulk, like they were
Yeah.
still there. So it's like, that's just kind of a genetic thing. And people are like, how do I get abs? Like, what's your ab routine? And I'm like, I'm not posting a swipe video because this is genetic. Like, I
Yeah.
train abs like 3 times a week, maybe like
Yeah.
half-assed kind of the thing. Like, I have like maybe 2 days where I'm like, yeah, let's go, like freaking ab circuit. And then the last one, I'm just like, I'll do it. But no, like,
Mm. I suck at training apps.
I'm,
Oh,
ugh.
I actually now I set myself like a reminder in my calendar because I'm just like,
Mhm.
I always
Uh-huh.
like after my lift, I'm like so tired
Mhm.
that I just don't want to do it.
Yeah. No,
But
I
yeah,
basically train abs just to like either when I'm at barbell club and I just kind of want to hang out with my friends. I'm like, I got nothing else to do, so I'll train core. Or when like I'm here in San Diego, my mom likes to do it, so I'll do it with her. So
yeah,
like, yeah.
mm, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yeah, I do it like 2 times, but actually that's the reason why I sometimes film those for Instagram. Just like
Right.
I hate like Instagram app workouts. Like I would never like look for them.
No.
I would do them because then I have like a reason to do apps.
Right.
Yeah, but
Actually, I don't know if you follow Katie, but Balancing Katie, she has like a
yeah,
6-minute abs. She's a couple of videos that she's done, and like those are real good. Like they
yeah,
don't take long, and they're freaking good. So shout out Katie, we love that.
yeah,
Um,
true. Some exercises are just killer, and
mhm.
it's not like some people do like 10 exercises for abs, and I'm like, no, 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 not going to do that
I do 3. Like,
at max. Yeah, I actually did one from by Melissa for that,
mhm.
and it was like 5 to 6. Not my jam.
Ow.
But at least my apps were working. So
Yep.
yeah,
Ability.
yeah. Um, okay, that's I don't. Maybe I can rephrase that question. So the question is, who loves to use own middle name? But maybe
Hmm?
it's like, do you have? Maybe I just ask, do you have a second name?
Oh, like a middle name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mine is Jolie, which
oh,
like yeah, I don't know where that came from, but like just Jolie.
and that's like a little French.
Yeah, exactly. Which is weird because I'm not French at all, but I always laugh because my background is actually German and
Oh, that's funny.
Scottish. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just Joanna.
Yeah.
And yeah. I
Yeah.
actually always wanted to have one.
Hmm.
So my parents decided not to.
I feel like that's like such a common thing in the US. Like it's a more common thing than it would be in Europe. I don't know. But like just middle names in general. But yeah.
uh yeah, it's really mixed. Like people like here it's typically that when you have names that are shorter,
Oh,
like,
okay.
for example, my sister is like Paula, um,
Hmm.
and then you have like a second name. Um, or if the name sometimes there are names that are not clearly female or male, but they can
Got
be both. So then people often do a second name to just make clear that this is a girl or a boy.
it. Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Mm, hmm, hmm. Okay, I mean that's clear. Who loves to celebrate his or her birthday with full noise and entertainment?
That wouldn't be me.
No, me neither.
No, I don't think either of us, because both of us are very like chill, I guess. Like
Yeah,
my favorite thing to do on my birthday is literally like sit in a room with a bunch of my friends and like have some nice snacks and have a movie night. Like that's kind of that
Yeah.
would be my birthday celebration, I guess.
Yep. Like, yeah, or just last year we just went for
Yeah, exactly.
fries, and then that's it. Chatting.
Hmm.
Um
Shout out Snicker Stick.
Oh, and she's so cute.
He's so weird looking. My obese feline friend.
He needs to do more weightlifting,
Yeah,
and
he really does.
maybe he's tracking some macros.
Yeah, exactly. Track macros for my
So
cat. Good God.
today we're cutting. I don't know whether this is who's crazy for cleanliness and is always busy in cleaning the room.
Hmm. I mean, my bed's always clean. If I'm like stressed, I stress clean. Like that's a weird thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely do that.
Mm. Hmm. So I have to admit that I'm like, except for the kitchen, like that, the kitchen is always clean.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't leave my dishes, like I have to clean them immediately.
Right. Yeah.
And like the places where I cook, but
Mm-hmm.
my room. Mm. The thing is, I would I would love to have it clean all the time, but then when I vacuum clean, for example, like the day after, it's already like looking like the day before again. So I'm like, okay, is it worth it? And so I'm usually doing like once a week, but I know that people are doing it more often. But I'm just not like, I don't want to spend the time vacuum cleaning my room. That's an issue, and sometimes I forget, and then it's like 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, that is not nice anymore. Yeah. Okay, that one was weird, but maybe that one's really like, where do you want to get married? Now the point is that we both not necessarily want to get married, but if
Right.
but maybe if we get married, then
Right. So like I'll start mine with like we both kind of already went over where relationships fall on our priority list. So like honestly, like if it happens, cool, whatever. But I've always been very, very like in the aspect of if I get married, I want to do it small. I want it to be quick. I don't want to spend any money on it. Like just me and a couple friends. And then I want to spend all of the money on like the best honeymoon you've ever seen in your entire
yeah.
life. I'm like such a travel nerd. So I think it would be so much fun to just go everywhere for a honeymoon instead of spending like a bunch of money on the wedding. So
Mm,
that's just me.
yeah. Yeah. So I would love just like the wedding itself. I would just love to have my family there and just like friends, like really good friends,
Mhm.
and then like good food because I think that
Yeah.
and cake, like let's say. But
Mhm.
other than that, no. I mean, and then the honeymoon. Yeah, I would love to go to the like Maldives or
Oh
like
yeah.
something on the side.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Mhm.
But still, you have to have some money for that one. So I don't know about that.
Right.
Corona continues, then I don't have any money.
If Corona's the rest of my life, I'm broke.
Yes, exactly. But then we can't travel anyway. So
Yeah, exactly.
um, oh, I don't know the translation. Do you know what, or can you explain what a zodiac sign is?
Oh yeah, I know what those are.
Okay, so
Yes, that's like your birth sign. So like
like,
mine would be Sagittarius.
you mean like star constellations?
Yes, yep. Hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then so what yours? What you say it said it, but
Mine is Sagittarius, so December.
so yeah. Then I'm Virgin, so it's like
Mhm.
September. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, that's zodiac. Now I learned something. That is good. Uh, who is the freaking makeup lover? Oh my god.
Out of us, like, I have one makeup look, but I love doing it. Like, I love how it looks when I have it on.
Mm,
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm wearing, like, basically just mascara, concealer, and highlight right now, but
yeah, that looks good. So you
yeah.
you're way ahead of me.
How survived leg day. Like, it doesn't normally happen, but
Yeah, yeah, true. So I'm just like, honestly, especially like during my bachelor's, when I was getting up at 6 or like before 6 to get ready, and then just the only thing I wanted to do is just have breakfast
mm-hmm.
and then like go to uni. And
Right.
so I don't want to put on makeup. Then when you're in the laboratory, like no one cares
Yeah.
wearing makeup. So
You have goggles on, so like you just look weird anyway, and I feel, yeah.
yeah, and you're sweating lots because it's really warm and you have to wear all those protection stuff. I
Yeah.
like the lab coat, and so it's not ideal for the makeup. But
Mhm.
I'm honestly also not talented. I would love to do like some, but it always turns out
I
not.
have my one thing that I can do. That's it.
Yeah, I have some friends who are really, really good at makeup.
Oh yeah, my sister's super good at it, but I can't. I
Oh, and
told her
nails.
when I compete, you're doing my stage makeup because I'm not paying like $150
Yeah.
to get that
Well,
done.
I also like, I have to call my friend then. She's living in Berlin. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I have to go there, compete somewhere, but I don't know because I'm not going to pay that amount of money.
No.
Not going to happen. It's already expensive enough. Like,
Hmm.
that's a good one. Who's very romantic? uh,
We are not.
no, none of us. Who's very prone to accidents? Mm.
I mean, like, I've had a couple things where I'm just like, that was such a dumb move, Mia. Like, why did you do that? um, dude, Lisa will never fail to call me out on this, but one time, if anyone knows where EOS Fitness is or like what the parking garage is like, it's very tight and like confined. I'll
Mm.
let him go. Meow. Um, but it's like very confined and there's like poles, like cement poles.
Uh,
So parked in the bottom, like beside one of the poles, and I'd like gone and I had like a killer upper body lift. I came in, I was like, hell yeah, that was great. Like hype up to my music in the car, and I'm pulling out and I turn and my car just hits the pole and I'm like, great. So now there's like duct tape on the side of now my sister's car because I hit a pole in the EOS parking garage.
oh, happens.
Yeah. Another like kind of gym fail that wasn't actually in the gym, but yeah.
Mm. Yeah, true. So that's like the weird thing is I'm for whatever reason talented to get like to break my body. So like I
Oh.
broke my foot, and then
Mhm.
a while ago I broke my toe, and I'm just like having these little things. But
Mhm.
when I drive a car, for example, I don't know why, but when I'm in a car, I'm like, I don't even know why I'm a good driver because I
Right.
never ever drive. But I'm just feeling like I can like estimate the distances very well, and I don't know why. It just happens to be the case. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say I'm like a very conservative driver. Like, other than that one incident, I've never gotten into any sort of like accident or anything. I'm just very like cautious about things. And like, I know it's a lot more common in Europe for people like our age to drive manuals, I think. But like in the US, it's not as common. And I do drive a manual. So like, I literally like, if I mess up, like it's a lot harder for me because I have to like shift and everything and like do all that stuff. So like people are kind of like just oh, whatever, it's fine. And they're like automatic car on the freeways here. And I'm just like, nah, I gotta shift. I can't text and drive. Like,
Yeah. But here, like manuals. So the car when I drive a car, it's my mother's car, so it's
okay.
manual. But that's so I like that. But
I like it too.
most people don't have like. But the thing is, like the biggest difference, I guess, from like US to here, like Europe, Germany, whatever. Like here, rarely, like the young people, like up to age of 26, 27, don't have a car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's just not like for most people, it's just not needed, and most of us just don't have the money. So
Okay.
cars are like really like a privilege to have.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
when I was at school, for example, like we had like one person who had like a car, and we were all like, yeah, can we please
Yeah, right.
car and all that stuff. And then there were people like turning 18, which is like the age you can like drive. We were allowed to drive,
Okay.
and then they were like driving us somewhere. So it's rather privileged. But on the other hand, like public transport here is sufficient. So I mean, I get anywhere. So that's good. And we have a problem because parking lots are rare. So so where I live, like I live in the city center, and it's like people are looking for parking lots like for half an hour to an hour.
Oh my
And
god.
like I'm always thinking like I don't want to have a car.
Right.
I'm fine with walking and using the subway and the bus, and
Right.
but that's actually a difference I noticed. Like I never knew until I like got into touch with like you guys, and then I was like, everyone seems to have a car.
Yeah. No, that's like a very common thing is like, I don't know, like some people I guess don't have cars, but like you turn 16, like 16 is our age, you get your driver's license, and then most people will just buy like a cheap ass car off eBay and like that's their high school car kind of a thing. So I had like a 2012 Chevy Sonic that my dad passed down to me that we've had. It's like very base model, whatever. But like that was my thing is like I'm getting a car, but you've got to learn to drive manual and then you have to be careful and like not kill the car. And
Yeah.
so I was like, I was very careful about all of that. But yeah, it was weird for me because I was one of the last people to get my driver's license since I'm super young. My birthday is December 21st. So like halfway through my first year of college, I was still 17.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just turned 18 last December.
Oh, but that is another thing I was really confused about your like school system. Because I'm like so right now you're doing your bachelor's, right? So it's
Yeah.
yeah, and you're extremely young. That is who.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I mean that's nice because like we have to do like 12 years of school, and like the last 2 years are more specialized, but not like you don't need any of these things to pursue your job or whatever. So it's really like, I would have loved to go to university earlier. I think that's the case. Like in US, it's different. So you have like more
Options.
yeah.
I like how you guys do things though, because honestly, not everyone needs to go to college, I think, but a lot of people just do it because they're like, oh, this is what I do. And I'm like, you don't have to. Like, I'm doing it because it's like what you need to get into like the fields that I want to go into, but like no, not everyone do. So yeah, but
Yeah, true. Yeah, here you can also go after like 10 years of school and then do some like school slash work, like it's called Ausbildung. So you go to school and you just working in, it can be like restaurant or like manufacturers or like basically like technical stuff. and
Mhm.
you have like 3 years, and after that you can work in that field, but you're not doing this academically, so you don't
Got
have
it.
to.
Yeah.
The other stuff is a little bit high level, and you get paid better. But yeah, there are like two options. But
Mhm.
that's here, but it's probably going to change at some point because people are not content. But they never are.
Well, people are never happy. Everyone always has an issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. No, what? No. I mean, the question is, who's a night stalker? I'm like, what is this supposed to be? I don't want to know. Okay, so the other ones are actually not fitting. Okay. So I think my questions are over.
Okay. All right. I don't really have anything, and I know you need to go to sleep. Do you have anything like to like finish it out or?
Okay, so maybe for the recording we have to. Okay.
You can, like,
I hope you
put it
enjoy.
down, I guess.
So I would have some. Where did I? Bullshit. I have it on my computer. So I have like I will send it to you maybe, or wait a second. I can. Mhm, mhm. Okay, you should be able to see this now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can see.
I mean, we can just cut that out from the recording.
Yep.
Oh, I can actually stop that. Okay. So here today I just took some notes on like what we need in the application form,
Mhm.
would need in the intake form and in the check-in forms. And it's really just like everything that came to my mind.
Okay.
And so maybe I just sent you the document.
Yeah.
We could just collect everything together.
Mhm.
So what I realized is that we, like for check-in, we have like two separate like processes, because when we have people who are tracking macros, that's
Mhm.
like perfectly fine. I mean, it's very simple.
Yeah.
For without tracking macros, I had some like the check-in has to look a little different. So I would ask them to like, I don't know, if 3 or maybe 2 days, like just telling me what they ate, and then just like general question how they felt about food, and yeah, I
Yeah.
think that. But I mean,
Keep a food log maybe for
yeah,
like 2 days out of the week or
yeah,
something.
at
Yeah.
least for like the first 2 to 3 weeks until I can. Um, oh, is it actually? Oh, okay, that's weird. Now you cannot see my screen anymore, right?
No,
Oh,
huh?
okay. Okay, I suck at technique right now, but okay, yeah. So that's what I thought.
Okay.
I will just send you that one. Now,
Okay, perfect.
I don't know. This I think Google Docs is fine, so we can just,
Yeah, I like that. And then we can just edit.
yeah.
And I can work on some stuff too. I think I have an old one, honestly, that might work. It's like an Excel document.
Mm?
Um, but I will look and see what I've got and go
Yeah,
through that.
yeah. I love Excel, because it's just, I think it's easier to have like one template for like the whole check-in.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
We can just send it to them individually, like their own like copy of a document, and then.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And